Chapter 12, That which concerneth me. The Lord will perfect that which concerneth me. Like a glorious bird loosed from the mountain tops, drifting, soaring, diving, and rising with perfect abandon and serenity over the terrible chasms below. So this glorious promise carries the soul on sure, tried wings over and above the concern of the human mind. That which concerns me in the workaday world into which Adam wandered is terrible to contemplate. Earning the living by the sweat of the brow, beset by an inescapable destiny of evil, no matter what is done. Working from the cradle to sustain a body so that it may be destroyed by old age and death. Yes, that which concerneth me from the human sense of the word is much. Who will deliver me from the body of this death? Is the wail of the soul trying to escape the ugliness of that which concerns him. Leaning upon the broken reed of human reasoning, man tries to lift himself about the terrible onslaught of fears, but he knows he's being pierced by the reed and is only putting off the day of wrath. Yet the promise, the Lord will perfect that which concerneth me. But how? And the human reasoning again finds this promise impossible of fulfillment. The government shall be upon his shoulders, not on the shoulders of the human mind, but upon the shoulders of the Christ, upon the Father within. Not upon an imaginary power, but upon the power of God made flesh. Yes, the government shall be upon his shoulders. The government of your life, when you once can recognize this and stop trying to assume the power yourself. A great sweep of joy and light covers you when you arrive at the place of acceptance, wherein you recognize that God is able and capable of running the universe without any human aid or assistance, and that the wisdom you are about to expound on the subject of the government of your life will be hedged in by the limitations of your findings from the appearances, which are faulty. That which concerns me is much. It holds all the joys and self-expression and the things I have sought from the beginning, and which I have found impossible of attainment. The imperfect manifestations that you have brought out, half-hearted failures or successes, the things you passed over because you could not bring them into being. These are the things that concern you, and these are the very things which the Lord is going to perfect, is going to make perfect, whole and real. The government being upon his shoulders relieves you of any effort, struggle, suggestion, or taking thought, but it calls you to a strict sense of integrity and secrecy. A man sitting at the linotype machine has an inspiration for a poem. He presses lightly the keys of the machine, and his invisible and inaudible poem runs through an elaborate series of mechanisms and comes out and solid blocks of lead at the other end of the machine. It is a practical application of the word or the unseen being made visible before your eyes. Yet the man only lightly touches the machine. The less effort he uses, the more successful the results. If he pounds upon the machine, he is very apt to have defective work or a broken machine. And so it is with man. If he beats upon the doors of heaven in an effort to get them open, it only posits the fact that they are shut tightly against him. The line of poetry materializes. It takes on an embodiment by means of an automatic working of the machine. No man can see power, but he sees the manifestation of it. No man can trace the operation of prayer. He can only see the results, which are sure and safe if, with the effortless touch of assurance, he knows definitely that he will perfect that which concerneth me. A joyous sense of abandon, divine abandon, backed by a keen sense of integrity, overtakes man, and he rests, for he has done all. When ye pray, enter your closet and shut the door, and the Father who seeth in secret shall reward thee openly. Only what you can tell the Father can the Father or power make manifest to you. Only the keys you press on a linotype machine respond. No more, no less. Though there be quantities of them, the only response you get is from the ones you can touch. Only what you can ask the Father for can you receive. You remember just what you could ask the human Father for. You knew your limit, and that you were reasonably sure of getting. Only what you can conceive of as possible coming from the invisible power can take place in you. We all go to the fountain, but you can take away only the measure of your recognition. Though a barrel of water is poured into your pint cup, only a pint remains. And though the flood tides of substance are pouring over you, you can take only that which you accept as possible. Believest thou this? As if it were written in gigantic letters of flame against the black skies of materialism, these words call out to you as the only possible way of attainment. If you believe, you are told you shall be made whole, and a whole being would have no defective or inadequate parts. Everything that concerned the whole man would be governed by the automatic power, and it would be perfected from glory to glory. The automatic power, the way ye know not of, neither slumbers nor sleeps, and the government is upon his shoulders. Think what a glorious recognition this brings to you, to know that instead of trying to live your life according to the human limitations, you have abandoned yourself to the divine urge. This is not a supine waiting for something good to happen to the John Smith sluggish way of letting go, but an alert, qui vive state of mind which is relaxed for action. The fact that you have miserably failed in the government of your life along human lines should make you willing to come unto me, the Father within which Jesus discovered within himself, and which has a way ye know not of, which explains in the only way it can be explained to the human mind how the supernatural happens. No eye can follow the activity of the unseen power. Who, by seeking, shall find me out? Not anyone can outline and fix the precise mode and manner in which the power is going to perfect those things which concern him. But if he once arrives at this level of acceptance, he will find all that which concerns him will begin to move into perfect alignment, and in a moment the manifestation takes place. The automatic power coming like a thief in the night when the human limitation is not peeping upon it, at an unexpected moment when you are not trying to make it happen. These aids toward letting the power perfect that which concerns you are worthy of contemplation. Behold, I come quickly. I am not measured by the human limitations of time and space. I come quickly, and my reward is with me. The moment the key is touched, the same letter forms itself into lead and drops into place. The reward is with the action. In the twinkling of an eye is pretty quick. Do you begin to see how the recognition of this power explodes the flimsy reasoning that has tried for so long to make the automatic power, which has a way that ye know not of, do its bidding? If the Lord is to perfect that which concerns you, he must do it in his own way and after his own design. And any help from you will merely be a hindrance. The thought which knows definitely that it is 4 months until the harvest can offer little assistance to the consciousness which says, look again, the fields are white. What can the mind, the reasoning human mind, do with its slow planting, cultivating, reaping, and marketing of its grain with the command, thrust in the sickle? The impossibility of following this from the human reasoning standpoint is quite evident. It takes a clear, cool recognition of the fact that I can of myself do nothing is true, and that if that which concerns me is to be perfected, I will have to step out of the way and let it take place. I will stand upon my watch and see what the Lord has to say to me. Having done all, stand and see the salvation of the Lord. See the working out of the automatic power by the way and after a manner that ye knew not of. Cast all your anxieties upon him, because he careth for you. He? What do you mean by that? And where is he? In the skies? In the imaginary heaven? In some man or organization? He careth for you is a definite statement of a fact. A thing that can and will take place because the government is upon his shoulders. He careth for you is enough to put to flight every fear and uncertainty of life. When you arrive at the place of extremity and have exploded the last human reason for doing a thing, then you are at the golden opportunity of God. If you have come to the end of your rope, so to speak, then the only thing that can happen is something which is beyond your human reasoning, since you have come to the end of that. You cannot cast your anxieties on him unless you have come to the conclusion that the human reasoning cannot do anything for you. As long as you feel there is a way of escape through reason, you will attempt it. But when you arrive at and understand that I have a way ye know not of as being possible with you, then you will abandon yourself to this inner government. The government shall be upon his shoulders. What a glorious rest and surcease from the struggle of trying to make the government run smoothly. Can you thrust in the sickle, symbolically speaking? Can you arise and go to your Father, to the heights where you accept the fulfillment of the promises in the flesh? Can you cast your burdens on the me and let it sustain you? Your human reason cannot arrive at this point because it cannot see how it is possible. I will arise from the debris of human reasoning and go unto my Father. I will arise and leave all the tangled mass of human theories and beliefs of limitations and enter into the straight and narrow way of recognition that with God all things are possible. And I shall not qualify that statement, but shall stand upon it and see the salvation of the Lord. See the Lord in the midst of my confusion and chaos, perfecting that which concerneth me. And my heart shall beat fast with the joy of the Lord. Make a glad song, for the Lord hath triumphed. It is wonderful, the praise of the power, the constant recognition of the Lord in the midst of you. He careth for you. What have you to worry about? He careth for you in the way and after the manner of his appointing. When once the coal of fire is placed on your lips and the human babbling has ceased, then he careth for you. He that hath a cheerful heart hath a continual feast. How can you have a cheerful heart if the government of your life is based on the uncertain lines of the human reasoning? The continual feast, the eating of my body and drinking of my blood, the partaking of the inspiration of life and the manifestation can be had only by the cheerful heart. And the heart cannot be cheerful if it is racked with 1,001 uncertainties about the outcome of its life. Believest that I am able to do this unto you requires an answer so sure and certain that the government of a lifetime is shifted instantly on to the automatic power which immediately corrects the mistakes of the human reasoning. Be still be quiet. Rest a moment in the consciousness of this transcending power. And you will feel the whir of the inner wings, the cosmic urge in the egg, even now trying its wings. The quickening shaft of warmth, of love, which sets the thing in motion and causes it to come into being. Through the hard shell of the human reasoning enters the warmth of the God love, and the stirring of wings is felt and heard, while yet they are invisible. So will the whirring of the new thing start into being within you and cause you to know that, deep in the secret place of the Most High, the automatic power is at work bringing to perfection those things that concern you. It is wonderful to contemplate this glorious leaven which, unseen and unheard, is changing the whole mass of meal into leaven. This very presence is changing the whole base of your life and making it more natural and easier to accept the Word of God as powerful and possible of attainment. He will perfect that which concerneth me. Do you hear? You who read this line. No matter what that thing is, He, in a way you know not of, will perfect it, will bring into being, will make it manifest and give it an embodiment. No matter how hopeless and impossible it has seemed, He will perfect that which concerneth me, for He careth for you, not as the human Father careth for you, but in a manner and after a fashion that you formerly thought impossible. There is a rest then for the people of God, a rest from all the anxious thought and worry that hovers about the human reasoning. He will perfect that which concerneth me. That is the end of chapter 12. That which concerneth me.